Hi you guys, thank you for watching Cooking with Amy. Today I have my beautiful guest, Stacy, and tonight's dinner is all because of her. Ooh. So this weekend we went and we hung out over Easter. We went to her house. She has this beautiful tree that has kumquats on them. So we've picked a whole bunch of them and this is what we're making for our dinner. We are gonna make a lovely, yummy kumquat, and I'm putting apricots in there, a chutney that's we're gonna make a tenderloin for it to go on top of. So let's go ahead and get started.
Yay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, she's gonna help me out and I'm gonna show you guys how easy this is. So let me kind of tilt you guys down a little bit so you can see what we're doing. Oh, just a little bit more here, hold on, sorry guys.
Can you see what you're doing?
You'll be assisting. All right, so what I've already started is I've chopped up already some of our kumquats and some of our apricots. Now I left some out because I kind of wanted to show you guys how easy this is. And Stacy, I'm not sure if you want to help with this part,
okay,
so you can show people how easy it is.
Sure.
So I'll show the first one. So with your apricots, all I do is I'm going to cut it in half, and then look, just chop it up. And you just want little pieces in there. And all you're going to do is scoop it, put it in there. And then with your kumquats, I like to do them two ways. Now you can either keep them full and do nice little thin slices. See how we're doing that?
I do.
All right. Well, you can do it that way. And I'm doing both because I want to see both in this.
Get that seed out too.
No, actually you can leave the seeds in.
I can?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna leave everything in there.
Okay.
And then, so, I don't know if you guys have ever tried a kumquat, but I've kind of noticed that if you get the bigger ones, these big, huge ones, compared to, let me show you, a little one. See how they're two different sizes? So these ones are a little bit more sweet and sour, and these ones aren't as bad. That's what I've noticed.
What do you mean bad? Not as sweet or
They're
not as sour?
They're not as sour. They're
Are
really...
Are they sweeter?
They don't really taste as sweet, but
Okay.
it's not like, you know how when you bite into like a lemon, you kind of get that peppery kind of moment? That's what you would get.
Oh.
So this one here, you don't get it as bad. Now, if you've never had a kumquat and you want to know what they taste like, it tastes like an orange. And the nice thing about a kumquat, you can eat the whole thing. You can pop it in.
That's right. Skin it all. You got the sour one.
Nope. I got the juice.
Oh, the juice. Vitamin C.
Yep. All right. So let's go keep going. So the other way I like to cut them is I like to cut them in half, and then again, just cut them in small little pieces. And they don't have to be perfect, but just cut them up and then put them in there.
Right.
So if you want, I'm gonna let you go ahead and
I will
do those.
While you do the next step.
So the next thing that we're gonna do is we were really debating on how we wanted to do, like how do we want to do our pork loin. So with our pork loin, I really want to keep it simple and really easy. Let me fix this light real quick. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
I'm going to be slower, but I'll get it done.
That's okay. We're going to get this going.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do with my pork loin, all I want to do is I just want to do something really, really simple with it. I'm not going to put a lot of flavor on it because really our flavor is going to be coming from our chutney. Let me wash my hands again. So all I'm going to do really with our pork loin is I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on it, and I'm going to put probably a little bit of garlic. So
do you ever put salt and pepper on your pork loin the night before like you have your chicken?
You know what? I didn't think of that because I think I was trying to figure out what I would do. But with any kind of meat that you have, if you really want to draw out that moisture, is you can take any kind of meat and let it sit overnight. Sprinkle it really good with some salt, and then on both sides, and let it sit overnight, and it will dry out that moisture, and then also lock in the moisture. So it does a combination of both, and that's what you kind of want to do. And let me tell you, it does make a difference. I've tried it before, and I think the last time you came over for dinner, I did that.
You did, and the chicken that you made was so good.
Yeah,
so I was
really
just
nice and
wondering
tender.
if you had done it with other meats too, or
I have done it with other meats. I have done it with my beef and stuff like that, and it's come out really delicious and very, very tender.
It's very good with the chicken.
Yeah,
too.
and I like that, especially with chicken, because with chicken you can it tends to really come out really dry. So I really do like the fact that you can do that.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I don't want to put too much on this, but with any kind of meat, it's great to put some seasoning on it because it's really going to give it some of that flavor. Now, I don't want to put too much. Like I said, I'm just putting salt, pepper, and I'm putting some garlic on it, and then we are actually going to barbecue it. So, hi, Sandy. Sorry, guys, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see that far.
Mark Higgins is watching.
Hi, Mark.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. Again, we are making a kumquat apricot chutney, and yes.
I've never made a chutney, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, then we're going to have you do all of it. Now, you can make chutney different ways.
Okay.
So, the other chutneys that I've made before, I haven't cooked.
Okay.
So, this kind of reminds me if I'm making like a jam or something like that.
Okay.
So, like when you make your jams, you can make, you put it in a pot and you cook it and kind of make it until it's nice and thick. This is adding some flavors to it and kind of doing the same thing with it as well. Now, also for this one here, what I'm going to do is it did ask for sugar, but I'm not using sugar. I'm using a substitute. I'm actually going to use honey for it as a substitute. Just because I would rather use its own naturals. And also same thing too is like if you look at these, an orange has its own sugars. Apricot, especially since it is dried out, it's going to have even more sugars in it as well. So when I make things, I really try and go as less as I can with any kind of sugar content. So and I figured why not use natural instead of using a process. Now I know most people know when I do sugar, I don't use your regular white sugar. I actually use coconut palm. But with coconut palm, since it has that nutty flavor to it, I didn't want to add that to this. I didn't want to take away from it. So I figured if I used a raw honey and kind of use that, then that would be perfectly fine.
Right. There.
All right.
I'm good. I'm done with that part.
All right, so we're going to put this aside just for a minute, and we're going to get started on doing this process because doing the chutney, it's got to cook for a few minutes and then kind of cook down a bit. Actually, no, we're going to put our steak on first. Or I should say our pork loin. So you guys are going to follow us here in a minute, and then we'll get our processing going for this as well.
Okay. Is that for the chutney?
Yeah,
It's going to cook on the stove. Okay.
Yep, chutney gets cooked on the stove.
Nice.
And like I said, not all chutney is on the stove. Because when I made my mint chutney, it wasn't, I didn't have to do it on the stove. Okay, do you want to carry this?
Yes,
Okay.
I will.
Okay, we are going
Follow
outside.
the chef.
Yes. Oh, and we can flip that around too if you want to.
How do you do it?
Yeah, right like that. There you go.
Okay.
And then you can just like hold it the other way because now it's looking at you. There you go.
Sorry. Okay. Not strong on the camera.
That's okay. Okay, now again, I've shown you guys this before when I do this, is when I get it going, I let it cook for a minute and heat up for a minute. Then we're going to grab some foil and we're going to clean it off.
Oh, I remember that too.
Yes. And the other thing that you can do as well is if you have, oh no, I'm up here. Or if you want, you can use these, which we'll use these because it will make it easy. It's usually an easy cleanup as well. So these are grill mats, and when I went camping, I used these and I absolutely loved it. So, like I said, you can use your foil, clean it off, and so on. But these are perfect. You just throw them on there, and then you throw your meat on, which we can do that real quick. Just throw that baby on. timer on for about 5 minutes. Rinse that off. We'll use that to take the meat back in. All right. Timer 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna get ready and do our chutney. Now, do you want to do this part and I just tell you what to do?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they should learn from the expert.
Oh, well, I don't know about the expert.
But I get to learn how to make my first chutney.
All right, so on a medium heat, we're gonna warm this up. We're gonna take some of our avocado oil or olive oil, whichever one you guys have.
Okay.
We're gonna put a little bit on the bottom of the pan. And we're gonna put our onions in, and we're gonna saute those first. And these are actually shallots, and I'll get that everywhere on the stove. Hold on. Let's get these up here. Okay. Did you turn on? Oh yeah. All right. So what you want to do is you're going to saute your onions a bit until they're nice and soft and translucent a bit. That's all you want to do, and then we're going to add our other flavors. So I'm going to show you in a minute here on our flavors that we have. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Is we have what we're going to put in next. We're going to put in our garlic. We have some cumin. We have a staranise, and we have some fresh ginger. Now, ginger is very easy to do. So if you get a root, all you have to do is, and we'll do this in our little goodie bag here. We'll get it prepped for when we need it. So what you want to do is take the back of your spoon and just peel it.
I never knew it was that easy. I've always tried to do it with a vegetable peeler.
No, it's that easy. Now, if you have a dry spot there, and what I like to do is cut that off. Then it's just like all fresh again. So, and then that's all you have to do to peel. And what I do is, oh, you can just smell that ginger right now.
It smells really good.
All I like to do is kind of get that stuff off. And then just peel away. You can probably use that piece, but it's kind of in my way. And again, it's just simple. Just peel that stuff off. And you can use your knife if you want to, if you don't want to use a spoon.
Do you kind of peel the little knobby parts, or do you just take those all the way off? Or
I try and use as much as I can. I try to get those, and I think that's why I'm just kind of scraping it my way instead of taking it off like it did with the other one. So that way, see, you still get to use it.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not wasting everything. So, and then usually I kind of, now it says I think it says a table, let's see, fresh grated ginger. So this is 1 tablespoon. So I'm just going to go as far as I can on this baby because I kind of like ginger.
So you might put a little more.
Might put at least up to there. I don't know if that's a tablespoon or not, but I figured why not.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to stir this up real quick. See how it's kind of starting to get nice and bubbly in there. Get that good stir. Get the dog back in the house. It's like, hey, don't forget me. Come on. And really, guys, it's really simple to make this. So we're going to bring all of these goodies over here.
Closer to the stove. I like it.
And might as well, because, this is where all the magic is going to happen. Now, if you want this spicy, you can, put a little bit of heat into it. This is asking for some cayenne pepper. Is it cayenne? Yeah, cayenne pepper. I don't really do a whole lot of cayenne because I don't do hot, but I do want a little bit of a heat. So, because I figured with all of these spices, it's going to be yummy, so why not? All right.
Love it.
Do I have everything? Salt and pepper. Okay. am following a recipe because this is my first time making it. So I'm gonna get my cheat sheet.
Yeah, your first time with a kumquat.
It is my first time. This is my first time cooking with a kumquat and cooking with apricots. I usually don't do apricots.
Love it.
Because they are kind of high in the sugar content area. Okay, so these should be just about ready here in a minute. Oh, 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna take that off so it doesn't burn. So we are gonna go check on our meat real quick. And
on the grill?
yes.
Okay.
Now I know it's only been 5 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't really done much, but we're gonna take all of this out with us. We're gonna fight with the utensil. Okay, let's try this.
All right, let's do it. Back out we go.
So I am gonna flip it.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Okay, so we're gonna do another 5 minutes. Now granted, we probably didn't have to flip it, but I like to do 5 minutes, flip it, 5 minutes, flip it.
Just kind of keep that consistency.
Yeah, then you're not like cooking and burning just one side. So then again, that's just me. So now if you look at the onions in here, see how nice and translucent they are? That's where you wanted those to be. Okay, so because we're kind of releasing some of those flavors. All right, then we are going to add, okay, in the pot, add olive oil. Okay, so now this is where we are going to add our garlic.
Yum.
Got a little bit of it in there. We'll just use our fingers. Get those babies in there. Okay. We're gonna give that a little bit of a stir. Let's get some of our ginger in there. I just want to kind of get it all over the place in there. See, and then you can get a little extra in there. Get that baby off. You know, I always try and whatever I can grab off there, put it in there as well. Now, if we wanted to do more, we can do more, but I just say let's do what we've got in here. And you can just smell all that loveliness kind of combining together.
Yeah, the ginger and the garlic together. I mean,
yeah.
And the onion.
Smells really good.
Because they all each have their own, like, you know, pretty strong smell.
Okay. Now it's going to say add our... So it says 4 tablespoons if you use sugar. I'm going to do at least about that much because it's getting somewhat consistent.
Would you say that's about more than 4 tablespoons or about the same if it's sugar? Or
it could probably be about the same or it could be a little bit more.
Okay.
So what you want to do is just kind of put it in, let it do its thing. Then we're going to go ahead and add our kumquats and our apricots. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. Because now we just want all of this to start kind of making like into a jam. And I think since I'm not using regular sugar, I might add just a little bit more to help get some juice in there. And again, I am like altering this recipe, so Oh, and then we did some vinegar. Vinegar. So vinegar. All right, I'm taking this off because I can't stand these things.
About how much vinegar?
So it says 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Okay.
So we're going to use that much. That's probably about 2 tablespoons. So we want to kind of liquidy in there so we can start, you know, kind of getting some of that stuff in there.
Now, can people use any kind of vinegar? Because you have a champagne vinegar, but is any vinegar okay?
Any vinegar is fine. So I went with the champagne. It was asking for a raspberry vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
But
Break away for a second.
Yes.
Keep talking. Okay.
So I could not find a raspberry vinegar. Come on. Come on, have. Good boy.
You're scratching on the door. Okay.
People do that with you. So, oops, put it a little bit too low. So, so this is at the time when you start adding all of the other components in
Okay.
here.
And this, and the staranise goes in there by like as a big piece then.
As a big piece, yes, because this is gonna add its flavor to it. So,
And where do you get a staranise?
You know what? You can kind of get them anywhere.
Any grocery, like in the spice section?
In
or?
the spice section, you can find them. You can kind of find them anywhere. So that star anise is going to be in there, and it's almost like a bay leaf. If you ever make a soup or anything like that, and you put a bay leaf in, it kind of gives it this flavor. That's what this is going to do.
So you end up taking it out at the end like a bay leaf?
You can, or you can leave it in there for some flavor.
Is that for the pork again already?
It is.
Oh.
But we're going to do 2 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is going to give it all of its flavors. You're going to add your salt and pepper to it as well. Some of that going in there. I mean, all of these flavors are basically, you know, going to combine and break things down and give it, you know, they're all going to mesh together, basically. So yeah. And then what you want to do is you're going to cook this until all of it breaks down, like if you have a jam. And then that's when you know you're done.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, because you want to really break down all of these flavors. It's going to mesh in, you know. It's going to mesh in and give that like lovely little flavor to things. Okay, am I missing anything? Oh. You were going to add a little bit of heat. Now, when I talk a little bit of heat, we're talking a little bit of heat. We're talking that much.
Very little.
Here, we'll kind of do it that way. Yeah.
Just enough to make it interesting.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do a whole lot of heat, and I think I was trying to do something with cayenne pepper, and oh my gosh, it was like way too much. And I'm like, okay, yeah, can't do that. And I think I tried making it again because it was too spicy, and yeah. Okay. All right, let's let this cook for a minute. I'm going to turn that down to you, and we're going to go check on our side.
Okay.
We're going to go check
on the pork.
Now, if you have a thermometer, you can always use your thermometer on these. I just don't know how my thermometer is going to do.
I'm going to try to get it where it's not.
You know, how my thermometer will do in this here. And because it's not a barbecue or one. So those are checked down. So.
What temperature is your grill?
You know what? I don't know.
Okay.
I just put it down to the lower ones because I didn't want it to burn. And that's why it's not burning as much. Now, if I kept it on the high ones, then yeah.
Okay.
I put it in the middle because the middle is the one that kind of does most of the heat.
Okay.
I mean, if we want, we can kind of move it to this. Actually, you know, let's do that. Let's move it to the side. One thing I have learned on grilling is that if you have one side that's kind of like the lower temperature, you can still keep like the middle one on, and move it to the side and let it finish cooking there. So if you're looking in here, let's see if I can show you guys. So if you look here, you've got your flames are really low over here, but your higher heat is here. So when you're cooking your meats, the lower you turn this down, like I have that down to the lowest point, that your highest heat is over here, and then your lower heat is over here, or yeah, the lower heat is over here, is that it can still cook, but it's not going to, like, it's not going to burn or anything like that. Like if I kept it over here in the middle, it would. But at least when you have them all on, you've got it in the lower section, and it'll just continue to cook and all that kind of good stuff.
Cool.
Something I learned. Because I got tired of like burning my food.
Grill placement, very important.
All right, let's check this stuff out. Look at that. Look at how nice and jammy that's starting to look.
It really smells good too.
It does. Now I kind of want to taste it a little bit to see if we want to add anything to it. I mean, I really want it to break up some more. But part of me wants to add more stuff to it. So let's just give it a taste here real quick. Because I kind of want a little bit more of that juicy. That's really good. That's pretty good. All right.
A little more honey.
And I'm only adding more honey as I go because I really want that juicy, really marmalade-y kind of look to it. And that's the reason why I'm adding more of that to it, because I really want it to break down some more. And I feel like I just want it to break down a bit more. But if you look at it, see you kind of have like some of that little marmalade-y kind of on the bottom. See the juices?
Your phone's not going to fall in here, right? I'm like so nervous.
No.
Okay.
No. And if it does,
to be careful.
If it does, we'll be okay. I fell in the water this weekend, so.
And yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so see how it's kind of giving more of that marmalade-y kind of look? That's what I was kind of looking for it. And then, let's see, do we want to add, can I taste the ginger in there? You can taste a little bit of the ginger. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay. Get your spoon.
Thank you. Okay.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness. That was so good.
Not good?
It's so flavorful.
Isn't that flavorful? Would you think that we need anything else in there?
No, I wouldn't.
Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. You guys have to make this. It's absolutely, it's really delicious. I mean,
I've always been kind of afraid.
Whoops. Sorry, we disconnected for a second.
And,
so
because I'm not really, I don't think I'm a marmalade person, but that is really unbelievable.
Yeah, see, and that star anise is not overpowering. Because the star anise, when you smell it, it has like a licorice smell, and you're thinking, oh my god, it's going to be really licoricey. So this is actually kind of pretty much done. So I'm just going to turn it off. And you can take the star anise out if you want. Like if
it's so pretty.
It's so pretty, but I'm going to leave it in there just because when you're done with this, it says take it and put it in a jar, put it in your fridge, and it's good for a month. So
your star anises?
No, the whole.
I was like, wow. Huh.
No, this whole thing is good for. It will stay good for a whole month. And when I was looking it up, it's great for fish. It's great for all kind of poultry. So yeah, and then you can also take, if you really want to be naughty and you want to do some bread, you can cut some bread up and you can put it on some bread and make it like a little beautiful thing on top of that. So yeah, I mean you can do all kinds of things with this. So the other night as well, I was playing with another recipe which I made some kind of videos with it, and I made a a grilled red pepper. It was spinach, like pesto type thing. Oh my God, it was so delicious. It was like, it's amazing. I have some of that too. I know you said you don't like bell peppers.
Well, they just don't agree with me. Kind of like onions don't with some people. Bell peppers don't agree with me. I don't know why.
It's okay, but oh my goodness, that stuff is amazing. That would be also, I mean, you can do many things with that too. You can put that on bread as well. But yeah, I tried that the other night and it was pretty good.
I'm glad you've given me a use now for my kumquats, for my kumquat tree, because I haven't ever made anything with them, and you just decided to do it. I love it.
Yeah, and then there's also another recipe too, since I have a whole bowl full of them that I'm gonna try. Well, this is my way of thinking of, like, you can make a jam out of it, but I think I would process it a little bit more and probably break them up a bit more. And then also you can make a cake, like if you make an upside down pineapple cake, you can make an upside down kumquat cake. So yeah, so I think I might mess with that a little bit and play with that, and you know, we'll get some videos going for that. So with that going, let's go check on our barbecue. Here.
Okay.
I'll let you be the camera lady.
Will do.
My camera lady.
That's right. You don't always get a camera lady, do you?
I know. It's really nice. I don't know if we do the whole thing with that either, but I'm going to grab a knife real quick and we're going to check that out and see.
Love it. On the inside, cut it.
Yeah, because I don't know if you do the same kind of testing as you do on the outside as you do with chicken or with steak. So we're going to try and cut that baby up and see. I don't do pork tenderloins that often, so I thought, why not tonight with this yummy chutney and check it out.
All right.
Bring this with us too, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love that, you know, us getting together over the weekend, you know, came up with tonight's dinner because I was trying to figure out what to make. Yeah, see, that still needs to cook for a while. Let's flip that baby over. So we'll leave this out here. And we'll just let that keep cooking. And we'll go over and we'll see if anybody has some questions. And
Okay.
and all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. All right, you guys. Any questions? You guys got any questions or anything you guys want to cook? So I can, actually, I'll show you. Since we've got some time. So this is the stuff that I made the other day, and I will post it because I have all of those goodiness that I made and made a video of it. I was trying to get some videos made. So this is what I made. This is, and I know it's gonna look gross, but this is my, whoops. This is my roasted bell pepper with, sorry guys, my connection keeps going wonky. All right, so again, this is my red bell pepper and spinach pesto. I roasted about red bell pepper, chopped it up, and I put some garlic in there, and I put some, at least I hope I wrote this down. Oh, I did. I have it. Matter of fact, it's in my little booklet here, my try out booklet. So it is roasted bell pepper. So it's supposed to be a roasted red pepper and arugula. But like I said, I didn't have arugula, but I did have some spinach, and I couldn't find arugula either. So I'm like, we'll change it around. So it's grated Parmesan, and it's Kalamata. Is that how you say it? The olives?
Yeah, the Kalamata olives.
Yes. So it's Kalamata olives. We put those in there with it, and then some balsamic vinegar, some pepper, some salt, garlic, the roasted bell pepper, and olive oil. And let me tell you, this is absolutely delicious. So good. I cooked up a spaghetti squash, and I put that on with it, and I even got some Hi, Jill. How are you? It was so good seeing you that you were online today at work. So Jill and I work together, and we also know each other through our church as well. But I will be posting this video and this recipe because it's a Guy Fieri. It's Guy Fieri. That's how you say his name. It's his recipe, but I changed it around a little bit, and I didn't use regular noodles or regular pasta. I just used my spaghetti squash, and I also put some sunchokes in there, and it was absolutely delicious, you guys. It was really, really, really good. So that video will be coming out, and I made another video for making the cauliflower thins, the ones that I always show you that I have. I apologize. I have allergies right now, and my throat's a little bit dry. I made a video on that as well. So like I said, those will be coming out as well. And let's see what else. I think that's what I have so far. I am trying to make a few other recipes. Like there's another one for people. A lot of people asked me that they wanted some keto. So I found a keto scalloped potato, and it's using turnips and mushrooms. So I'm going to be playing with that because I have some turnips in there, and before they go bad, we're going to be using those as well. So maybe I'll do that this weekend. But other than that, maybe we'll do that for Saturday Pantry. I don't think I have planned Saturday, so we'll probably be doing that. All right, you guys, I am going to post some pictures because it is going to take us a little bit to do our beef out there, or our tenderloin. So I am going to post some pictures of it. But I really wanted to show you how to make the kumquat chutney, and it's done. And let me just show you another picture of it since it's cooled down a little bit. But isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just beautiful, you guys?
I love it.
Trying to get there without any shadows, but look at that. And that's what you want. You want that nice jammy kind of look. Look at that. And exactly, if you can't stand the heat,
get out of the kitchen.
Right, get out of the kitchen. All right, you guys. Good night, you guys.
Good night. It was a pleasure to be a guest.
And thank you, Stacy, for being my guest. And
Yeah,
thank you for your kumquats from your kumquat tree and for tonight's dinner. Love you guys. Thank you for watching Cooking with Amy. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.